name's William Blake, and today I'm going to be performing a song called Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. Hope you enjoy. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for Ma and me, except sold guitars and an empty bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him because he run hit, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did was before he left, he went and made me soup. Now he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I'd have to fight my whole life through. Some gal giggling, I'd get red, and some guy laughing, I'd bust his head. Tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fist got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. Well, I made me about the moon and the stars. I searched the honky-tonks and them bars. Kill that man that gave me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry. Stopped and had myself a brew. I had an old saloon there on the street of mud. There at a table, dealing stud. Set the dirty maid, you don't name me Sue. Now I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn out picture that my mother had. Knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him, my blood run cold. I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, some boy with a knife and cut off a piece of my hair. So I busted a chair right across his teeth and went right through the wall and into the street, kicking in the gouging the blood and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. They bit like a mule, they kicked like a crocodile. But I heard him laugh and I heard him cuss. Reach for his gun, but I pulled mine first. Stood looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." I knew I wouldn't be there. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tougher than I. It's that name that helped to make you strong. Now you just fought one heck of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me. Now I wouldn't blame you if you did. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the named you Sue. I all choked up and I threw down my gun and called him a paw, he called me a son. Anyway, with a different point of view. Now I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I think I'll name him Johnny Cash. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. And if you enjoyed that, please consider subscribing. Please like, share, and comment down below what you would like to see me cover next. Until next time.